We stopped at McDonald's. I remember this. We stopped at McDonald's. We spent, no lie, each. We spent maybe about $8. It was about $8. $8. And we got all 99-cent stuff from the meal. He had like 4 cheeseburgers. I had 4 cheeseburgers. Yeah, I think it was the double cheeseburgers, nuggets, a soda. Oh yeah, we had the apple pie at the top. Yo, all this was like $8. We might have even not even went to $8. Might have been like seven. Like we might have got like 7 things. You know what's weird? I was just sitting back thinking about like how many things that I used to buy back then that was like good, like crazy good, like some of the candies that I was just thinking about. And I was thinking about it like, remember the candy, PJ Max's? Banging. It was my favorite candy. What's up, dude?
Tell them that it's you.
Tell him it's you in the video? Yeah, all right. That's my son. Got you. But the food almost done. But what I was saying is like they had this candy called PJ Max's. Look at that.
I thought it was like chicken.
Almost done. Go ahead.
Hey.
So when you talk about like the candy, like the candies that I used to eat back then, it was called PJ Maxx, and it was a candy that was like, oh, go ahead. Gotcha. So what's crazy about it is I was thinking about it the other day, like all the things that you liked back then, that was crazy good, like stuff that you was like, yo, I'll never get tired of this. And that was one candy that I love. It was almost like a Reese's. Anybody? I'm 44. So at that time, that was in what, the early, like the late 90s or something like that. No, I'm tripping. It wasn't. It was, yeah, it was. I'm losing track. And so when you think about all the stuff you used to like back then, like for instance, non-laters, I don't see them now, but I had tasted them not long ago. It's not the same. Even a penny candy, like you think about how expensive things are right now. It's crazy expensive. But you look at, not to say that, you know what I mean, it was bad for you, like it was bad, like candy's bad, but I'm gonna be real with you. I'm just saying, a lot of us kept up on ourselves. We brushed our teeth, we played outside, we ate a bunch of candy. Kids wasn't throwing up, going crazy, talking about they sick all the time. We outside getting dirty. I was dirty as hell. Take baths tonight. But I'm just saying, you outside playing, you wilding out, you play basketball. It's like the time you get up in the morning, you worrying about eating some cereal that was crazy sugary. But for some odd reason, kids wasn't out here with cancer. I don't know, man. It's different. I don't know what's in the food. It's definitely something in it. We're not in the same atmosphere now like what it was before. Like I remember going to McDonald's. I remember going to McDonald's, me and my cousin, and this was like, oh man, it was the summer, and we was out, but we was bored, and we was riding around in our cars. But I'm gonna keep it real. Anybody know when you out and about in the summertime, when you're in the car, you good. Anybody walking, they hating you. And the crazy thing is, we was so bored because we couldn't wait till 9 o'clock hit at night. 9 o'clock, that's the time we getting dressed. We getting dressed at 9, and then after 9, we hitting the club up, getting up in the club around like 11:30. So we stopped at McDonald's. I remember this. We stopped at McDonald's. We spent, no lie, each. We spent maybe about $8. It was about $8. $8. And we got all 99-cent stuff from the meal. He had like 4 cheeseburgers. I had 4 cheeseburgers. Yeah, I think it was the double cheeseburgers, nuggets, a soda. Oh yeah, we had the apple pie at the time. Yo, all this was like $8. We might have even not even went to $8. Might have been like seven. Like we might have got like seven things. But I was just thinking about that. How the food don't even taste the same. Nothing tastes the same. And when you realize it don't taste the same, you do start to think and reminisce on the years prior. That's not we're not far removed from that. But what's happening now is the consumption of food is so out of hand. We at a point now where as though you can't even understand or fathom what's going on today. Like when it comes to the food we eating, the food we eating tastes like garbage, and this is why, like right now, while I'm cooking, cook your own food. That way, you're able to know what you eating. You able to understand what you want and make the portions a lot bigger than what you would normally get outside, and also you're not gonna be wasteful because when you cooking food to your liking, you're gonna make it to where it tastes good, and you're gonna make it spread. And it's a way of whereas though you actually not just blowing through money. Because let's be honest, you can buy a whole meal. Remember that the Happy Meals for your kids, well, I think was like $1.99, maybe at the most $3, and that gave them everything from chicken nuggets to their fries to the soft drink. Now, give or take, at the end of the day, we a lot of us grew up on that. And we're not walking around here dumbfounded, walking around not understanding about life. Kids today, they eat that now. We like, yo, they got ADHD, they all balanced, their teeth rotten, all type of things. They overly emotional, just crazy, throw it off. Now, I'm just saying, anybody knows that grew up in a certain era know what I'm talking about. You know about going out, going to different places, going out to dinner, like even going to dinner, like taking somebody out, like you'll spend at the most maybe about 40, maybe 50, and you still going to go hit something else up, maybe like a lounge afterwards. And it's wild because you can go to multiple places. Now, those times have changed because when you look at what you spending now, you're going to get hit over the head for just one place, over $100. That's just one place, which means you're going to stay at that one spot. So you have to be cautious and careful of the places that you pick because there has to be a place that you like or you enjoy the food. And if you don't, you're taking a gamble because one thing I learned: if you go to expensive restaurants, the food is not as popping like you think it is. It's not. You will get smaller portions. That's one. Not to say that you want to have a crazy meal that's overly, you know what I mean. This food is all over the plate, all over your plate, but you want good portions. And when you normally eat something now, it's like, damn, this meal is going to cost me damn near close to $200 for both parties. It's like I'm not understanding what's going on. This is why you're seeing a lot of restaurants shutting down, consolidating. You'll see a restaurant that used to be in multiple places. Now they're not. And now you'll see maybe one in a certain area. Hopefully you live close by. Luckily, I'm near an area where as though it's a popular area. So I don't have to worry about not going to certain places. But this is the thing. I don't go no more. Every once in a while I might go to certain spots. And it's crazy because you used to get meals from these different menus for like two for 20, like not Red Lobster. I forgot the restaurant. It's like a 2 for 20. Now, mind you, I haven't been there in a minute, but I remember the last time I went, the food didn't taste good. And I was like, damn, they even changed up the way they make stuff. I think what's happening now is you don't really know what you're eating. It's probably why a lot of people now not probably, we know why a lot of people are getting sick, starting to have a lot of health problems when they eat out. And you know that from just seeing how things are today. You know, like you got all type of stuff happening now. All types of stuff happening. So it kind of makes you wonder, like right now, what's going on in this world we live in because a lot of people are not understanding what it used to be before. Not to say that You need to know, but a lot of people need to know how things used to be so they can know how to maneuver through life now because a lot of people, a lot of kids, I'm not going to say kid, boy, they were kids then. Some kids that are of age now don't know how, I'm not going to call it easy, but how far your money went back then. And your money went further because you was able to, that's why a lot of people had kids. Like you think about today, you're seeing less people have kids. You can't have kids when your mortgage is as high and daycare is the same price as your mortgage. Trust me. When my son was in daycare, I couldn't wait. I wanted to trade him man for an F-150 or a new Benz. I'm telling you. Yeah, I love my little man. But how costly it is out here. And that's the one thing I'm seeing now that made me restructure the way I actually spend money. Because along with living how I lived before, I always had my own place, but I always spent money, I'm gonna say a little reckless. But now we're in a different era now, whereas though, even though you make more money, you don't feel it because groceries, let's be real, when you buy groceries and you buy them before, like back then, you can get a nice, maybe 3 to 4, 5, 6, 7 bags of groceries. It lasts for a 4 month. And that can cost you maybe at the most, maybe close to $200, 180. And I'm not lying. Like think about it. You used to get good deals. Get 3 things for maybe $5. Like different markets advertise certain things. Well, now we at the time now where though the people I remember talking to somebody. I'm not gonna say names, but I remember talking to them, and they felt as though certain markets had better products. And I had to let them know. I said, yo, what made their product better? And they said, I just think it's just better quality. I said, how'd you dictate that? That it's better quality? They couldn't even give an answer. Now, mind you, I drive. I'm a truck driver. I deliver to these places. I had to let her know it's not true. It's the same stuff. It's just packaged different. And she's like, well, I could tell the difference. Yeah, okay. Whatever. So people don't even know a lot of things, a lot of your products come from the same places. And if they don't, it come from a place that's similar to another market. You don't know what you're getting till you get it and then you realize, oh wow, yo, this tastes better. Even when you start going to markets that were considered cheaper, no longer cheaper. The reason why is because they're a competitor to the other markets. So now the prices kind of like come down and now it's almost like balance to the point you can't really say what's better quality because at the end of the day, if anybody tells you something is better quality, what they're going to do is they're going to offer a higher price and have you thinking you're getting better quality food. Now, mind you, it's better quality food out here. People tend to go to like the produce, but some people don't have the luxury of living close to a produce. So you have to actually start to look at how you spend it. You just can't be reckless when you're up in the market and you just spending money. Can't. You need to know what you're doing, know what you're spending, and it might sometimes be pretty beneficial for you to make a grocery list. But I go grocery shopping every month. So when I go every month, I'm getting everything I need to get, including for me and my son. But along with that, I already know what I'm getting. I know the things that I'm getting. Like when you look up here, you'll see all the stuff up in here, the rice and whatnot. Turn that down, man. So you'll see all my little stuff all up in here, but you see rice and stuff like that, vegetables and fruits and stuff like that. But at the same time, you know the things that you're going to make, you know the things that you're going to cook, and then not only that, good meals to make that's gonna end up going far. Stop, leave that alone. Oh boy, that's gonna go far. It's normally what? Go ahead.
Pizza.
You want pizza? All right. Got you. Go ahead and take it out. No, I'm gonna put the oven on and watch out.
Hi guys. My dad's pizza's good.
All right, go sit down. I got you. Take the piece out. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Got you. That quick. So, mind you, like what just happened just now. It's a good. I'm so glad that just happened just now. My son wants pizza. I already have it. This is what I talk about when you buy out. You spend on groceries. I spent what, $300 something, maybe about three something, whatever. Mind you, think about this. If you add up, I'm gonna tell you this. I remember when I used to buy out all the time at work. And when I used to buy out all the time at work, I noticed I had an account that could show how much money I was spending. Turn that down. Turn that down some. So when I used to spend, I had an app that used to show how much I spent out of my bank account, and it knew from the places you go to, if it was electronics or if it was a place like a store like Wawa, different stores like that. It'll tell you. And then if you get gas, they know if you spend. I don't know how, they just know. Or you can look at it and be like, oh yeah, it's gas. When it showed what I spent in a month, just a month, what I spent at a Wawa, and this was early in the morning, like early in the morning or in the middle of the day. So I would go to Wawa at least 2 times throughout the day. In the morning time for coffee. I make my coffee now, Starbucks coffee, but I make different coffees. But the Starbucks, matter of fact, look, packs, and it makes this to make 12 cups. So I put a little bit in the cup, not in the cup, inside my coffee maker thing, and I brew my coffee. So I make maybe like a good, like I make 1 cup, but you think about it, I spend $3 on coffee, then I get 2 breakfast sandwiches. That's why I had another thing too. I had to change up the way I eat because I was just overly eating, and as you see, back into the gym and get my stuff back in order. But you'll spend so much money to the point you can't even keep up with what you're spending. And when it showed I spent close to $500 just in a month, I couldn't believe it. I thought it was a lie. But then when you add it up, if you add up the sandwich, the 2 breakfast sandwich, now mind you, I probably eat 2 times out the day, and it's just there because I'm not hungry. I started, you know what I mean? And it's crazy because when you add it up, just in the morning time, you spending about $15. Think about it. You spending $15. And if you think I'm lying, a sandwich is normally about $4. They overly charge you for these sandwiches. So that's $8 right there. And then I spend maybe on coffee. So that's 11. But then there's a couple times I realized I was just buying extra junk. Like I buy an energy drink, and that was like $4. So you already, what 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, so you about 14, 15 in. But that's only in the morning. So when you look at it in the morning, when I get in the evening, the sandwich is like, I think $8. It was like $6.99 for the sandwich, whatever I get. And that was like the chicken sandwich, the long hoagie roll sandwich. And then I get sometimes I used to get another coffee. I don't know why, man. Caffeine like crazy. But then if I ain't get a coffee, I get an energy drink. And then if I get an energy drink, that's another $4. So you already 11 in. And then I greedy as hell. Probably get like a coffee cake. Just junk. Just eating so much crap. And that's the thing about when you go grocery shopping. When you go grocery shopping, you're not. When you pack your food up, and you're using soft, like your containers and everything. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you. I got a lot of these right here, and you see it's 2 of them in there. Now this is pretty big. You can't see how big it is, but I have. Where is it at? I have a warmer. Oh, here it go. There you go. It's a lunchbox, a big lunchbox. And as you can tell, show you right here. As you can see how big this lunchbox is? It's a plate in it. See, a plate gets hot. Now look, so you can tell this is pretty big. This is pretty big. Can't tell probably on camera. Now look how big this is. And look, look. Your whole meal is in here. And I cover and zip this up. Yo. Matter of fact, this rice I made has spinach in it. This is rice, brown rice. Oh my gosh, this is my good. So, and I made a couple wraps with this, mixed with some these home fries I made. I made a wrap. It had no meat in it. A pause. So and when I made that wrap, I had this seasoning on it, not seasoning, this dressing on it, and I put it in a wrap and made a wrap. Put me down, like meals like that. This is how you able to stay on top of your eating, making meals that's going to actually last you and also are fulfilling and good. And that's the thing about, you don't always have to look up what people making. What do you like? That's the whole model to this. Whatever you like, make that. Don't look at something, ingredients that you see online or on YouTube and say, yo, I'm going to make that just because. No. Stay within your lines of the stuff that you like to eat, and then you can add on to that. Because if you start experimenting with your lunch and everything, you're going to end up throwing a lot of food out. Learn the concept. Learn to build up your cooking skills so you can understand what seasons go good with different things. That way you don't overly salt stuff. That's another thing. Be careful on your seasons. In your brain sometimes you might think, oh, just heavy hand. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Light seasons, light. And if you need a whole lot of seasoning, like a whole lot, most likely you got high blood pressure. And if you overly salt, like just too much salt, and you got sugar on type of stuff, you either got high blood pressure or diabetes. Like you're gonna have to chill. Because your taste buds need to restructure. And that's another thing. Some of you need to go on a fast. Go on a fast. That's also a money saver too. But you don't do it for money. You do it for so you don't overly eat. Just be eating. Be efficient with your money. All right? Good luck.